Well, we're with the oh, Hosana, you silly fool. They are playing, and both Hosana and Xongile managed to get thorns in their feet in their last little rush around, and they have buffalo thorns, and I know how nasty those are. Oh, little Xongi, shame. Come, bite the thorn out. Sweetness. Hosana caused all that havoc, of course, and he came charging out of the grass through a buffalo thorn thicket. Look at him, he is still looking rather fat. Ooh, he's now the one being stalked. Xongile has gone into stalk mode. Look at her ears. She's focused in on Hosana. There we go. This is that incredible practice they get by playing with each other. Hosana's not paying attention. Will Xongile get the upper hand? Oh, wow. Awesome. Oh, I do love spending time with these two. I got you. Beautiful. Look at those tails twitching in the grass. What a Valentine's treat to have the royal cubs, and it's always great to have them at this time of the morning because they are just so active. You can see the massive size difference between the male and female already, even though they are exactly the same age. Don't be a bully, Hosana. Oh, and the biting flies are out in force, and it seems like they're taking more attention to Brian and myself than the leopards today, because the leopards are moving about so much. Swat. Michael is wondering, why has Karula come into estrus early with this set of cubs when she might not have done in the past? Is it because she's old? Well, to put a definite in on it, Michael, is near impossible. Let's just get a bit closer to them. But it could be because she is getting older and her hormones are changing. I think from my experience with leopards like Karula, we had some similar leopards when I worked down in the south. I would say she's probably maybe got one more set of cubs after Hosana and Xongile left in her. So it could be that the fact that her biological clock is ticking, saying, well, you need to get busy now, madam. But it's as I said, and all of that from us is just speculation. We can't be 100% certain. Hello, Fatty. Having fun this morning? Still breathing heavily. He's still got quite the belly on him, but Xongile is looking a little bit hungry. We're not sure where Mom is. She dashed off yesterday on the sunrise safari, and we haven't seen her since. It looked like she dashed down to the south, Oh, what has Xongile spotted? There might be some rodents in the grass. Could be Franklin. But she has definitely heard or seen something that's perked her interest. Now let's hope young Hosana doesn't barrel in and disturb her while she's stalking. What have you seen, Xongile? I mean, look how she is moving. Now, when a leopard's stalking like this, she'll put her back foot in the exact same spot that her front foot was to minimize the chances of any noise. Very slow. Now, look, she looks like there we go, she might be tensing her body for not quite, but it looked like she was about to start preparing her body for a jump. There we go! Oh, whatever it was, it looks like it escaped again. Xongile, that wasn't very clever, you needed to get closer. Now, Red is wondering, do we ever have leopards ever playing too close to the vehicle? Well, sometimes they do play very, very close, and in those situations we just need to keep very, very still, and so they don't see any movement that might be perceived by a threat to them, because it could cause them to get a fright and run away from the vehicle, or maybe even attack the vehicle. That is very, very unusual though, and most of the time most animals will choose to actually move away rather than attack. And often a big misconception that everything wants to fight with you. Now, well, the leopards go a little bit flat. I've got a little story to tell you. So, I know James is trying to be the Grinch, but secretly, underneath that, he's actually the biggest, most hopeless romantic. So I think for the rest of today, we should call James Mr. Valentine. So let's go see what Mr. Valentine, the undercover romantic, is up to on foot. Look at the beautiful light on the little prince's face. I just heard a Franklin alarm calling to the south of us, and he lifted his head. He has not moved since we were last here. He's fast asleep. Was fast asleep. He's now half asleep. Oh, poor kitty is tired. Well, let's go have a look at little Xongile. She is, after failing to catch her rodent, she has decided to have a snooze on the fallen tree. And she is properly out. I think it is already very warm this morning. Today is going to be a scorcher, especially with all the humidity before Steph's deluge. I guess it's probably sitting close on 80 already this morning. And I think they've done a lot of their playing before we found them. Hi, Edward. Edward is wondering, what does Xongile's name mean? Edward, it means exquisitely or extremely or brilliantly beautiful, which she is. Pretty girl. She always seems to find the most comfortable spot for a snooze. One leg tucked under with the paw for a pillow, and the other 3 legs are dangling. I would say Xongile looks more comfortable in a tree than I ever seem to be in, even in my own bed. Look at those ears. So even though she is snoozing, she's still aware of what's going on around her. Now, Stephanie is wondering, if she was in danger from predators, would Hosana ever step in? Unfortunately not, and when it comes to saving one's own skin, it'll be each for their own. And she would probably dash up a tree to get as high as possible, as quick as possible. Oh, so sweet. As I said, it is already very warm this morning, so I don't think they're going to get up to too much. Morning, Crystal. Crystal's wondering, when will the cubs be on their own completely? Well, Crystal, there's never a sort of exact date. It is all dependent on what's going on. But Xongile will more than likely, as I said, more than likely, there's no exact date, become independent any time from about 15 months to 18, 20 months, somewhere around that period, whereas the male will probably be 20 to 26 months before he becomes completely independent. Now, as we've seen with Quarantine and Djuma, they might hang around a bit and steal the odd kill from their mom, but whereas Xongile will be very much independent by that stage. Now, I'm secretly hoping that Xongile becomes the next dominant female leopard on Djuma, inheriting the title, and she might jump from a princess to a queen. And of course Krula will still be around, but I'm really hoping that Xongile makes this area her core, because I have to admit, Nkanyeni was my favorite. Now Xongile might just be tipping her. And of course we've got 2 leopards here. Let's go across to Tristan with a leopard